with big emotions and all the things. They do this to us in Morocco. They do this. If people bully us, we give it back. Gone are the days.
An African nation showing racism against another African nation. The conversation about the two teams was on whether Africans backed Morocco to win this tournament. There were several incidents, and this is one of those incidents. Stanley Wabali, goalkeeper of Nigeria, had a banana thrown at him in the semi-final of the competition when Morocco played against Nigeria. He took the banana and ate it. Now the issue of towels also popped up, where the Moroccans were chasing towels. In the semi-final, they did the same thing against Wabali. The Senegalese realized that they have to deal with that, and they did it perfectly. They solved that issue perfectly. They made sure that that will not be an issue for them, and that's what they did, making sure that everything is fine. They dealt with it brilliantly because they had a goalkeeper stationed around their goalpost to protect their towel. So at this point, most people will say, Morocco, if you host a competition, that's one thing about the North African teams. They are always so interested winning by any means possible. I tell you that if this competition was hosted in Algeria or Tunisia or Egypt, even if it wasn't to that level of what Morocco showed, we would have had bits of it in this competition. As the Ivorians who saw Egypt win it in 2006, it was evident. But the difference between Morocco and the other nations is that they've waited for 50 years to get into the stage one. They've waited for 22 years to get into the final, because the last time they did that was in Tunisia 2004. It wasn't at their home ground, but they are hosting it, so it's absolutely their first moment of winning the title at home, and they really wanted it. Now, if you follow the political side or the theatrics of this competition, if you monitor the World Cup qualifiers, where were most of the African teams playing their World Cup qualifiers? Ghana went to Libya, Ghana went to Morocco sometimes, Niger, Sudan had to play their games in Libya or Morocco. There were other nations who were also sending their games to Morocco. It was all part of the bid. Picture Morocco in a certain way that Africa will love the nation. And they really invested a lot in trying to win an Afcon. Yes, the World Cup, they were in the semi-finals, but they want a title to back it. And that title was the Africa Cup of Nations, and they were so interested in it. So everything that happened on the turf, the maltreatment of the Senegalese using a train to get to Rabat from Tangier, or you talk about the fans and how they were intimidated on the day of the final, and then at the stadium when the game was going on. All that, it was part of the Moroccans' way of making sure that they lay their hands on the title, and then the refereeing bit and all that. They wanted it, but they could not have it. Senegal have done their best to win this, and for now, Africa will celebrate Senegal. They deserve this title. So I just came to look at the side issues of this Afcon, where Morocco are being touted as a nation that disgraced Africa. Senegal have also gotten theirs, because what did they do? They painted a gloomy image. When the referee gave Morocco a penalty, they decided that they will not play the game. But we had Sadio Mane come onto the turf, call his guys back into the game, and then they played. Listen to Sadio after the game ended. He spoke about this issue as well.
Sadio Mane, how is it possible that your last Afcon match is a one final? Crazy.
Yeah, I think first of all, I want to say thank you for everybody, for the support, Senegalese people around all Africa in the world. It was not an easy game, but yeah, at the end of the day we did it, so we are really happy about it.
Yeah. Take us to the moment of the penalty. What did you guys want to do on the pitch? There was a lot happening, crazy fans, photographers, everyone was going crazy. What did you want to do at that moment?
I think the decision was taken by everybody. The team, they said to me, it's the team, we decide to go out not playing, but so me, I was there to ask some people, what do you think about this? It's a good idea or no? And then I decided to go and bring everybody in the pitch.
Yeah, I appreciated your sportsmanship, because I saw just before the penalty, you calmed everyone down at the spot. Probably the best thing to do, but still good that you did it.
Yeah, I think it was the best thing to do, because this is just football. I think the referee sometimes can do mistake, but it can also be just, you can also say what is, we don't know. We're just in the game, so people will judge this, but I think it could be penalty or no, but that's not more important. The no more important is about the people who watching the world watching this football, and the world. It's not fair to stop the game like this, so I think it was really important to play this game, even though we could have won or we could have lost, and it doesn't matter, but the football should be.
This is your second African Nation Cup, or not?
Yes, it's my second.
Now it's time to win also something with Al Nassr, eh? Ah, no, yeah.
Good. I'll leave it at that.
No, Al Nassr, now it's time to win something with Al Nassr now.
I recognize you now.
Okay. How are you going to celebrate?
Wow. now I'm in the emotion, so I don't know how I'm going to celebrate it.
Have a good time. Thank you, man.
Enjoy, brother.
And if you monitor the game, he was speaking to Claude Leroy, who told him that no, call your players back, let them get on. Ghana are champions, they deserve it. They performed well right from the onset. When they started the competition, I told you that they said that they came to play 7 games, and in fact they played 7 games, just like Nigeria, just like Egypt. But they moved to the ultimate, and they've won it for the second time. In 6 years, they've won 2 Afcon titles. Ghana will still have to wait since 1982 to get ourselves back into the final once again, and to get ourselves back on the title. The last time we played in the final was in 2015. Can we get there? That's how we end the Y Sports updates. The focus was on Morocco's actions and whether they will be seen as a good nation for hosting this tournament. Now, aside that, the other conversation is on whether other African nations can host the Afcon. We'll see what Kenya, Tanzania, and then Uganda will do in 2027, and we hope that African nations will move forward to host the competition, and including Ghana, that Ghana can decide that finally we are hosting an Afcon competition.